Uganda, a beautiful country with a history of years of political disruptions, social and economic devastation. Today, despite 20 years of relative peace in most of the country, total peace has eluded Uganda. The war in northern Uganda has been going on for the last 18 years. This has impacted significant damage to the districts of Gulu, Kitgum, Padel, Lira, Apache, and some areas of Teso. People have been exposed to atrocities of killings, maimings, rape, and abductions of children and women to reinforce the war effort by the rebels. Entire communities have been subjected to life in camps for internally displaced, whose conditions are horrible. Seeking to contribute to the United Nations efforts for the promotion of peace and security in the world, Kabarore Research and Resource Center, KRC, in partnership with Acholi Religious Leaders Peace Initiative, organized and marked the International Day of Peace on the 25th of September 2004 in Gulu, in Uganda. On this day, civil society and government joined the rest of the world in advocacy to together create a global ceasefire and humanity's first day of peace in our homes, communities, and between nations. The day was commemorated under the contextualized theme, strengthening regional solidarity to end the violent conflict in northern Uganda. The idea to commemorate the International Day of Peace in Gulu started with the 2003 commemoration in Kibale district. This time the event was organized by Rwenzori Forum for Justice together with Kabarore Research and Resource Center KRC. The objectives for the commemoration of the International Day of Peace in Gulu were geared towards generating concerted efforts in the peaceful resolution of the conflict in northern Uganda. This was perceived as a collective responsibility for not only Ugandans but all the people in the Great Lakes region, to reinforce the hopes of the people in northern Uganda that peace and stability can be achieved despite the 18 years of suffering, to strengthen solidarity among the different stakeholders in pursuing a non-violent approach towards ending the conflict in northern Uganda, to appreciate and recognize the role of the different stakeholders in pursuing a peaceful end to the conflict in northern Uganda, and to promote the culture of unity, reconciliation, and non-violence among the people in the Great Lakes region and Uganda in particular. The commemoration of the Peace Day was marked with 1 week long of events that commenced on the September 20th to the September 25th, 2004. Considering the impact of the conflict in northern Uganda, activities to mark the Peace Day were designed to reflect its variance. The activities targeted dialoguing on issues affecting children and women and the general economy of the northern Ugandan region. The commemoration of the Peace Day and Peace Week drew participants from all walks of life. They came from as far as the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda and Burundi, Rwenzori region, West Nile and Central Uganda, the donor community, government and civil society organizations, local religious and cultural leaders, youths, women and children.
God, I turn and seek refuge in you against the rejected Satan. In God's name, the most gracious, the most merciful, God, Master, on the day of judgment, praise be to you, the most gracious, the most merciful.
Peace building and economic development. I know very many people, they will not like to hear about people talking peace without development. So we are taking these two in a holistic approach.
The Peace Week had a number of activities that included games, peace marches, campfires, and workshops to dialogue, share experiences and ideas, and possible strategies to deal with the impact of the war. The Peace Day commenced with a band march from Peche Stadium through Gulu town to Kaunda ground. Participants to the Peace Day came from as far as Lira, Kumi, Soroti, Kasese, Kitgum, Padel, Yumbe, Bundibujo, and Burundi, DR Congo, and civil society organizations from Gulu. Gracing the function were Honorable Minister of State for Security, Betty Akech Okulu, as the chief guests. Several heads of diplomatic missions, Local Council 5 Chairperson Colonel Walter Ochora, the RDC Max Omeda, and the Rot of the Acholi.
This peace is for you, for us. We're doing a good job to make sure we sustain it together.
The speakers of the day included the UPDF 4th Division Commander Kano Mugisha, who said that it was a collective effort made by all stakeholders, NGOs, the local community and UPDF that made the celebration to be successful. He thanked all people in their respective capacities like the traditional leaders for working tirelessly to see that peace prevails in Acholi land. He cautioned the general public to jealously guard the peace so far in place and for unity among all actors. The director of Kabarore Research and Resource Center was among the speakers on the Peace Day on behalf of the organization and the delegations from the Rwenzori region.
The people of Uganda have got a big challenge of thinking as one nation. In most cases, you find people, they go along tribal lines, they go along their regional lines, and they forget the common cause of unity in this country. And we as civil society organizations, we are trying as much as possible to work towards that culture of having solidarity as a nation and being able to show the people of Uganda that the Northern War is not only for the Acholi people, but it is for us as Ugandans, and we have to do everything possible to achieve peace in this region.
Many people had assumed that the LRA war was an Acholi war. Yet the reflection of the history confirms that Acholi have always been loyal and faithful to any government of Uganda.
In his speech, the Paramount Chief Ruot Achana David II appealed to the concerned institutions and individuals in bringing peace to the northern Uganda to end this war peacefully. He said this war had led to loss of lives, abductions, and loss of culture.
Peace in northern Uganda. And I'm saying, It should not leave us. The struggle should continue until we reach the goal.
Solidarity in the region to end the conflict.
The representative of the European Union, Ambassador Sigurd Ehrling, emphasized the need for peaceful resolution of the northern Ugandan conflict. He urged the government of Uganda to provide equal and adequate protection to the IDP camps and appealed to the LRA leader Joseph Kony to consider the amnesty law put in place. He cautioned there is high prevalence of HIV compared to other countries, and there was need for preventive measures and protection of the people against sexual violence.
I would wish the theme of all this celebration be observed, at least for today, for one day, that there be ceasefire to war, ceasefire to violence, ceasefire to intimidations, ceasefire to domestic violence, ceasefire to anger, ceasefire to revenge, ceasefire to all what diminishes humanity. With this, may I say, God bless each of you and guide you back home, wherever you may have come, till we meet again.
On behalf of His Excellency the President of Uganda, as the chief guest, the Honorable Minister of State for Security, Betty Akech, appreciated the role played by civil society, international community, local leaders, and the organizers for the International Day of Peace. She said in the Ugandan history the northern conflict was so far the longest. Thus, the government is committed to ensuring rule of law constitutionally and seeking for peace through the amnesty law.
Thank you on behalf of the government of Uganda for the role that all of you have played, the women, the elders, the youth, the cultural leaders, the religious leaders, the local leaders, the national leaders, as well as the government. We all played a very important role in seeing the tail of this conflict. Today I say we see the tail of this conflict because the body of the conflict was all over northern Uganda and all over Uganda, but now we see the tail. Soon that tail will disappear, and the people of northern Uganda and the people of Uganda in general will enjoy peace and will enjoy the resources that were meant to offer them social services being put in the right place. From now until the 24-hour period is over, but even after the 24-hour period, let's continue to restrain ourselves from practicing violence. It's only then that this day will have a meaning. I say all this for God and my country.
Yeah.